Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Bloom. Welcome along. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Show, and this is the Championship Transfer Update, episode 4. Through this off-season, we will look at all of the significant transfers and many of the insignificant ones that go on in and out of the Championship, and with some of our dearly departed clubs from last season to see what is going on there too. As ever with these transfer videos, I'm not going to talk about rumours. I'm going to talk about deals that have been done and my views on those. And as always, my source is transfer marked for fees. So if you want to disagree about the fees, write them a strongly worded letter. And then when the accounts come out in a year's time, we can discuss it further. But I'm here to kind of say, do I think this was a good signing, a bad signing? How does it look for the selling club, the buying club, and indeed the player? And we've got to start with our dearly departed Leeds United, who were very busy the past couple of days with transfers indeed pertaining to Championship clubs, dearly departed the other way. First of all, Jack Harrison. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Harrison has been on loan at Leeds for 2 seasons now, hasn't he? He's been really excellent. I tweeted yesterday that I didn't really get him at first when he was there. Wide midfielder, wouldn't be right to call him a winger in a kind of Bielsa system. They just don't work in that way, do they? Much more kind of involved inside and not just dribbling down the line. But he's really, really improved. He's really done well and really one of Leeds' probably top 3 players, I would say, 3 or 4 certainly. This season he's been excellent. I believe they already had the right to buy him for 8 million quid with the deal that they'd set up with Man City, but they're taking him on loan for another season. I think it then goes up a couple of million, the price they've agreed, but still 91 games or something he's already played for them. So really good player, really good deal, that one. This is Joe Gelhart, who has also moved on to Leeds from Wigan. Wigan are in administration there. You can see 18-year-old, undisclosed fee, transfer marked as saying around £1 million here. Last season, the striker featured more regularly, making 2 starts and 17 outings from the bench. So Gelhart is known to Championship fans. He's played for a lot of the England representative teams for his age and well known certainly to Wigan supporters there. Obviously, he hasn't managed to break himself into a Championship team. I tweeted out yesterday that I thought he would likely go on loan next season. I did get a few salty replies from some Leeds fans. Just remember, not every young signing is going to turn out to be Wayne Rooney and go straight into the team and, you know, be this sensational player. As much as we would all like it to be, I think what I would say is if Gelhart is challenging for a Premier League starting place at Leeds, then one of 2 things has happened. One, he's been absolutely out of this world and impressed so much in training to get through. Or 2, Leeds haven't got enough striking options going into the new season. I don't think they should be relying on an 18-year-old with 2 appearances in the Championship last season. I think the wise thing to do with Gelhart would be get him in, get him working with Bielsa, get some of those ideas into his head, however long that takes, and then possibly loan him out and build him up in the future. But disappointing one for Wigan, but these are going to happen, aren't they, because of the administration there. Those people are going to be picked off there already. The lad who went out to Brighton, Weir, I think, and Gelhart. So 2 good youngsters already out the door at Wigan. Speaking of youngsters, Leeds brought in a third, Charlie Allen, 16 years old, in from Linfield as well. No doubt will go into the under-23s there. So that's Leeds done with. A couple of signings in at Stoke in the back 4. Remember, Stoke, well, they've been all over the place, haven't they, since they've been relegated. Gary Rowett came in and spent the year 1 parachute money. Then Nathan Jones came in sort of in the new year. He was there for virtually a season spanning across 2 seasons, fortunately for them, because his record was so poor that if it had been a whole season, they would likely have been relegated. He then brought in a load of players. And then Michael O'Neill came in this autumn. He is building a squad now. Remember, year 3 of the parachutes, so not the big financial advantage, and a couple of free transfers. First of all, Morgan Fox, who Championship fans will know, 26 years old, full-back in from Sheffield Wednesday, previously played for Charlton. Championship experience, free transfer, operated a lot of the season in the top half, but obviously those last, I suppose the last third of the season, Sheffield Wednesday plummeted a bit, but experienced and ready to go straight in, knows the league, probably a decent sign in that one, especially on a free. And this one, James Chester, who you would say is a high standard Championship centre-half, had some injury problems at Villa and obviously over time replaced by Mings as the main kind of centre-back guy there for Villa, and was absent when it was Mings and Tuanzebe taking them up. He then goes out on loan last season to Stoke to kind of rehabilitate himself, and they've done the deal now full-time. Michael O'Neill says it's no coincidence in the 13 games he started, Villa claimed 24 points. Well, if that's true, 24 points from 13 games is pretty outstanding, isn't it? Whether it's cause and correlation and completely down to Chester, but that's a very good signing. And in terms of a Championship centre-half, proven, and he'll be a very decent player, I think, for Stoke. So good start for Stoke's recruitment. Been saying for 2 full seasons now, Stoke will improve, Stoke will improve. Stoke can't finish down there. Now they need to do it, don't they, under Michael O'Neill. Speaking of free transfers of players who are already Championship ready, there's Corey Smith, whose contract has expired at Bristol City. And this one's annoyed all of the Bristol City fans, I think. Good player. They're 29 years old, longest serving player, nearly 200 appearances there. And not the best parting here. Smith said on Instagram, Bristol City have told me they will not be able to offer me a new contract. Me and my family will now be looking for a new opportunity. And I would have thought that Corey Smith goes in with Mike van der Hoorn as a Championship free agent that a lot of people will want on a free transfer. That could be a really good signing for somebody. Not really very good business for Bristol City, I wouldn't have thought. But look, he's saying they didn't offer him a contract, but with no manager for the last 5 weeks of the season, Dean Holden appointed yesterday now. I think he's fallen victim of wrong place, wrong time there. But in terms of Smith, it could be a blessing. He could get a good deal, nice salary being on a free transfer. And you would expect at an upwardly mobile Championship club there. Also for Bristol City, a Holden in yesterday, a Holden out today. Rory Holden out to Walsall, and I think that's on a loan. Robbie Cundy also out on loan to Cambridge. From there, Barnsley moving some assets around to another club linked with their ownership, KV Oostende. Cameron McGeehan goes out, involved in the promotion in 2018-19, 25 years old, central midfielder. Got asked on one of my streams, is this dodgy dealing or good business? I always say it's good business. You always see the City group moving players in between their clubs, Manchester City and is it Girona, is it? I can't remember. And there's one in Spain as well there that they all go out on loan to, don't they? For years, Manchester United had something with Royal Antwerp, I think. You've now got Watford and the Pozzos. You've got Forest and the club in Greece, whose name I can't quite remember, but someone will let me know in the comments. So, yeah, it's going to be common practice now with these rich owners and ownership groups that things like this are going to happen. So McGeehan goes out. Toby Civic's gone there on loan as well. From Barnsley, speaking of experienced players on a free, that is Brad Smith, who's been released from Bournemouth. And his age isn't there, is it? I think he's in his mid-20s, Brad Smith. You can see there hasn't made an appearance for Bournemouth since coming on against Wigan in January 2018. So obviously totally out of favour there. Had gone on loan to Cardiff. Cardiff finished in the playoffs. So my simple maths there, whether this is a cast iron decent theory, but I would have thought a Championship club top half maybe would take him left back there. Hull, one of our dearly departed, relegated last season, has taken 2 right backs in, and paid a decent fee. Transfermarkt reporting 350 grand for Louis Coyle, who was on loan at Fleetwood for ages, finally signed for them in January and then has been sold. And Josh Emmanuel, who, as an Ipswich fan, I know all about, couldn't quite ever break into the Ipswich team. Good loan at Shrewsbury under Paul Hurst there in, God, when was that? 17-18 season. So we think he can do it in League One. It was for Rotherham. Paul Warne, not Paul Hurst. I remember seeing him in the playoff final. Excuse me, I got that wrong. Don't come at me in the comments. Rotherham there on loan, and then he did go to Shrewsbury on loan after that, but not quite managed to hold down a place at any team. So good luck to Josh Emmanuel at Hull, who were recently relegated from the Championship. Bit of clearing from Brentford. Karelos, who was injured, Greek striker, has gone, but Makocho would be an interesting one, I would say. Played a lot of central midfield football there. Obviously, Christian Norgard, Jensen and De Silva holding down those positions. Marcondes there as well. So way down the list in terms of the central midfielders. But a Championship proven holding central midfielder. He goes in the pot there with these free agents. Now, maybe not quite as highly valued as someone like a Corey Smith would be, or a James Chester, or a Mike van der Horn for that matter. But certainly in the Brad Smith category of you would take him and he would do a job. I think around 100 appearances he's made for Brentford, who have performed well, of course, over the last few seasons. More clearing. Forest, well, they'd already sent Liam Bridcut on loan to Lincoln last season, so he has gone there. And just a couple more clearing out kind of squad-sized transfers. Fulham, Luca Del Torre and Magnus Norman, they've gone out on frees to Heracles and to Carlisle. And Norwich are really revamping their squad, let's just say. Mason Bloomfield to Hartlepool on a free. Simon Power to Kings Lynn on a loan. So that catches us up on all of the recent transfers. If I've missed any that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments and I'll put them in the next video. The plan is that you will be able to watch all of this series of transfer updates and get every transfer in and out of the Championship. We'll cover the dearly departed clubs, excuse me, as well. So do let me know. As always, only done deals. I'm not going to do rumours. You can go to the Daily Mail online and the Sun for, excuse me, the rumours. I must do my plug-in really, really quickly. You can support the channel via Super Chat or subscribe to me on Patreon. If you are not of a mind to support financially, which is absolutely fun, it's always be free on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button, get involved in the comments. I am a committed campaigner to trying to improve the way that people treat one another online. I think it's not very good at the moment. I think we know how to police the streets, but we don't know how to police the internet. So if you comment on my channel here, try and make this a good place for people to discuss things, whether you agree or disagree. If you think you know more than somebody, use that as an opportunity to educate. If you think you know more than me, educate me. Just don't be a jerk. There's too much of it online, and I am passionate, and I will bang on about that until the cows come home, until people stop being idiots online. So if you comment here and you are an idiot, and I find the comment, I will likely delete it. Let's just try and have a good discussion here on these transfers and how you think they will affect the player, the selling club, and the buying club. Good deal, bad deal. Let me know what you think in the comments. And please subscribe. It says down there 10,000, but we're actually coming up like 11,200 subscribers now. Channel developing really, really well. I need your help to grow the channel, and hitting that subscribe button really, really helps me. Even if you don't, do YouTube that way and you just kind of search, it will help other people find the channel. So if you're here right now, you can hit the button whilst you're watching me talk. Hit the subscribe button. I will likely be back with a season review. I don't know who I've got up to. 15 season reviews on the channel, so go and watch one of them. Your club has. The odds are they've been done, but we've got some bottom half clubs to do. I think Derby County were the most recent one. I've done the entire top half now, and the relegated teams, and Luton and Barnsley surviving. So we're just into that third quadrant of the table. So I'll likely be back with one of those. If there's any big news, I will be doing that. There'll be live streams. We're trying to get Sky TV sorted out here so my watch alongs can improve and we can sync the imagery up. All sorts of stuff going on the channel, and we're still waiting for Watford to announce who their new manager is. So plenty of videos coming in. If you're a fan of a newly promoted team, if you're Wycombe, Coventry or Rotherham, subscribe. If you're Norwich, Bournemouth or Watford, subscribe. The more, the merrier. Football updates in the mornings as well. Loads of good stuff here. Is that enough of a plug? I think it probably is. Let's get rid of that banner. Let's say thank you for watching. Let's say get your comments in on all of those transfers. Let's say be kind in the comments and make this a cool place to discuss Championship football. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Over and out.